I know. All right, here we go. I just want to have sex with my son's friends.
Whoa.
Oh, Jada Smith.
Yeah, Jada Pinkett Smith.
Oh, okay. That was good.
Is that a real quote?
No, I made that one up, but I thought it was
good.
funny.
That was good. All right, that's good.
Yeah, it was one of those rooms that like everyone did well, except maybe like one person, like, but like everyone just spit fire.
It was good.
Crowd was
Where was
really
this
into
one?
it. Brumner Mansion. It's
Is
over.
that the one McChesney's doing a lot of now?
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing on the 19th.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Then
Good time.
I got some at the tap on the 25th.
Some
local showcase on the 25th
Oh, hell
at
yeah.
the
That'll
tap.
be
So
fun.
we'll see. I don't know who's on that lineup. But I know Mike got a black ass lineup for the brother. It's all black people. And there's nothing wrong with it, but it's
I saw it. Who is it? It's you, Zay, Craig,
Craig dropped out, but it's Clint
Josh.
and Josh.
Yeah.
He-
I-
All right.
he-
So
he on
Craig's dropped out.
Craig like got another.
Oh, got another
I
gig.
guess.
Who they replacing?
I
Craig
guess
with?
like Moby and then Clarence is a special guest. I'm like,
You should
just-
get someone like Josh Siegel or something like
I
that.
don't know. I'm like,
Just throw a
damn,
wild
bro.
card
I
in
thought
there.
it was February when he posted the flyer. I was like, yeah. I mean, nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong. It's gonna be a good show, but
I think Kay would fit in there perfectly.
man, he didn't even. I don't know. I gotta talk to Michael because he didn't even try to like.
No, you have to. You can't. You gotta know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's black as hell.
But shit, man. Well, how was everybody's weekend?
Good. I hate starting these things. I really.
Well, we're missing Jack. So what do you think of Jack Sarasoli?
Yeah.
Jack cool. He big as shit.
We're gonna
He
get.
is a big dude.
Yeah. We also need to get one guest to just talk shit
Why
about
Jack
him.
not here?
That's a good question.
Jack don't be here. This is the second episode.
Yeah, this is-
Jack's not here a lot.
He wasn't here for AJ either.
He's had so
No,
many
that's
bachelor
why we had
parties.
AJ.
He leaves on bachelor parties on like Thursdays and gone for an entire weekend.
Just goes on
Often?
benders, yeah.
More than one, it's been.
Bro,
The last
people
2
be
weekends
getting
he did
married, dog. White people be getting married, bro.
All right, where would you go if you had a bachelor party?
Bachelor party. I feel like Vegas or Miami. I don't know.
You want to see some big booties,
Yeah, I guess it feels right. I don't know. I don't
a lot
know.
better
Where
than
would y'all
AJ's
go?
answer.
dude. Vegas, I've never been, and I feel like
Yeah, I've never
I would spend too much money. I would gamble too much.
See,
And I'm not a
am.
gambler.
I wouldn't.
I'm not gonna gamble.
No, like I'll go to Pato and be like, I get
Yeah, but, like,
$25. I
you're
lose
in-
it, I'm done.
But you're like in Vegas. It's like you
I
got
might
to like
do
just try.
something, but not. I'm not gonna go crazy. I might do it just because I'm in Vegas, but I'm not about to like try to win.
Yeah.
Not like that. Like
You got to go to Vegas for like $2,000 and like I'm gonna spend the $2,000. If I come back with 20, I like made $20 kind of thing.
And then there's Miami. Miami is like the BBL capital
right.
of the world.
Yeah.
I
So
live
people
there.
ju-
It's
People just try to get their butt lifts, and they
You lived there?
and so much so that if you were like a hostess at a restaurant and stuff, underneath the hostess stand has donuts for people to sit on.
Really?
Yeah, that's how much people get their butts done in Miami.
It's BBLs all over, man. I don't see some bad BBLs here. Which, like, if you got a BBL, you shouldn't be in Milwaukee. Like, you should move.
absolutely
You
not.
should be in Miami.
the cold can't be good for that.
Yeah. Nah.
Yeah, that's wild.
Are they still in though? BBLs? Like, is that still very popular? Cause
It's popular, but like, it's almost to the point where like, cause now like they're in Milwaukee, so it's like cheap jobs getting done. So now some of them look like really bad. Like,
like cheese curds just
Like-
stuck
like,
on the
yeah,
bed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
could
Yeah,
you get
it's
one
bad.
cheek at a time too? You know,
they look bad, bro. I ain't even gonna lie, they look bad, bro. Some of them look bad, but
did you go to the state fair
no, I haven't been.
ever?
I've been like when I was younger, but like yeah, when I was younger, but that was just like to like meet up with people and shit. I didn't really do like the fair thing.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go now that I'm like older and like I know you're supposed to eat like nasty food
Yeah.
I
and
did
shit
it
like
this
that. I'm
year.
not getting on no rides, but I'll go to like eat food and shit. But it's West Dallas, it be stinking there. So I don't really like. I'm not really like pumped to go. But if people are going, I'll
You
go.
win?
I went Saturday. I go every year with my mom. It's like a tradition. We try like the weird foods that we think might be good. We're not bug people. Like it's like chocolate covered crickets on a stick kind of shit. But we did. This year was very underwhelming. I would tell you. Like they had a dill pickle donut. They come out. I don't know if you see like the awards, like the top 3. They call them Sporkies.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Real enticing, but it was a dill pickle donut. I think sweet. It was like bread with sour cream and mayo and dill on it, and it was the first thing I ate that day. I was like, I'm done.
That's disgusting.
You know how much it costs for a donut too?
$7.
$9 for a donut.
For a dill pickle donut?
For a dill pickle
that you're gonna hate.
Roll. Yeah, it was
I'm
disgusting.
Yeah, no. See, that's what's gonna make me bad for the state fair because I'm not paying for that.
I go like deep fried Oreos and then like a funnel.
You go like traditional.
Then like a
fair
funnel
food,
cake. Yeah. I mean that's pretty much it.
Guess. Oh, that's it.
That's pretty much it. I don't go like fairs.
And I don't. But I feel like I gotta go.
You gotta try some of the new stuff. Yeah, you gotta try some of the new stuff because some of it's good. Like they had dill pickle tacos. Those are phenomenal. It's like cheese curds. Great.
But a fair is nothing but an outdoor Walmart. That's what I think a fair is. Because you look at some of those people and you're like, do you have a house here? Like, where did you come from?
We do
this shit is West Alice.
It's West Alice. We do a colored hair count every year too. When I was like, all right, we got yellow, we got green, we got pink. That one's black and white. Yeah.
Yeah, it is wild. Some of those people, they're just wearing wife beaters, just a normal like day. Like they're
the outfits are impressive. Like a lot of times it's 85 and muggy here during the fair. I saw a guy in like a full on double XL Jet Sauce Gardner jersey. I'm like, that's gotta be sticking to you everywhere. Right. And then his cargo shorts are down to his shins, and he's a $120 soaking wet. I'm like, dude, you gotta be uncomfortable.
I love the Sauce
Tie
Gardner.
Up your Osiris shoes.
Yeah. He said it with the Sauce Gardner, but
yeah, that's a nice jersey though. It's probably the only one I have a big one like that. It's a Tony Kukoc jersey. Back when he played with the Bucks. Yeah. It's retro, but it was meant to like go over my like
winter coat.
Remember when that was a thing when you went like
really?
Skiing or whatever?
Yeah.
Back in the day, you wore a jersey over your winter coat.
Did you guys watch Hard Knocks at all?
No.
I haven't watched the new one.
It just dropped.
It just dropped Tuesday. I watched it last night. It's like gets me pumped for football. I would like juiced for it. Dude, they make Aaron Rodgers look phenomenal. And I'm a big Aaron Rodgers fan, but he looks so cool in the first episode.
Go.
Have you seen the Johnny Manziel doc though?
No,
I watched a couple minutes of it.
Dude,
is it good?
That's
talk
about the GOAT.
Yeah.
That dude, unreal.
I saw like the first like 15 minutes of it last night.
It's
what is it on?
Huh?
What is it on?
Netflix.
Okay.
I'm logged out.
What's the
HBO.
Hard Knocks on? It's on
HBO.
Is that like Max?
HBO.
Yeah, HBO.
Yeah, it's on
Max.
Max.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I the Johnny Manziel one is so like because he was a quarterback for college right when I was in college. So like to me that was like my dude. Like that was he played quarterback like I played quarterback. Like you say hike, you run around until someone gets open and you chuck it down there and pray that there.
You was Manziel?
Yeah. That was like because I didn't ever play real quarterback until like my junior year in high school. I never played quarterback ever. And our junior year, our quarterback got expelled for grades. He didn't make the grades. So
were you guys down to 10 people on the team?
So basically, they're like, Judd, you're a pitcher on the baseball team. Do you want? And I was a wide receiver at the time. Do you want to play quarterback? I was like, yeah, sure. And then when I went into quarterback, the first game, we beat a team that we shouldn't have beat, and I was just like running around, just throwing it as hard as I can, like just like. I hope there's a guy down there. I was just chucking it down the field, and the coach was like, "Yeah, I think when you're the quarterback who was supposed to be in gets back from his 3-game suspension for grades, I think we're just gonna put him at wide receiver, and you can stick there." So yeah.
That was an easy transition though. A lot of quarterbacks turn into like wide receiver tight ends.
Yeah.
I noticed that a lot.
Terrell Pryor.
Yeah. I'm saying like at my high school, like we have like one of my guys who was in my grade, he bumped a guy that was older than us, and he just moved to like the wide.
Yeah. What'd you guys run?
Like a spread.
Ooh, I like that.
What'd you play?
Fullback. We're not gonna talk. It was dumb, bro. My coaches is dumb, bro. They had me line up in the slot.
As a fullback?
Yes. That was the whole like whoever was playing like that blocking back would line up in the slot.
Would you go in motion or what?
Sometimes, but sometimes I go out for routes too. It's like
you got good hands.
Yeah, I got good. I got everything except for like speed. Like I was always just like this size, bro. I was always this side, bro. I was always this side, but I could catch footwork. Like I was just slow, but I would get like 3 yards on the cutback.
Yeah,
that's all you need as a fullback. Yeah, you get 3 yards every play. You score every drive
on the cutback. Because by the time I get by the time I get the ball and I go, the defense already like commit. So I just run to the other side.
Oh yeah.
Put my shoulder down. Might get a little stiff arm. 3 to 6 now.
Yeah, you're good.
I got a couple more yards before that safety come up. But yeah.
All you need is 3 yards every play. You're good.
I'd have had back pass too.
Ooh, touchdown?
Yeah. Nah, I underthrew it. Underthrew it. But it was a play designed for me though.
Have you scored a touchdown?
No. We got in position, but it wasn't a touchdown.
Did you ever score a touchdown?
No.
So I brought up his high school football stats one time. Like early on in the episode, I brought his high school football stats, and it said like he had like an interception and everything. Right. What it didn't say on there, it was a pick six.
Yeah. To the crib.
I got more touchdowns than you.
To the crib. My team was ass.
My team was.
I don't think my coach liked me.
Where'd you go?
Tulsa East.
Okay. You guys were good, right?
We were really good. We're always good, but we're a D1 school.
Like Franklin and Oak Creek, them
that's
country boys and shit. Yeah, they was always good. Oak Creek was deep as fuck. I was about to go there one year because my cousins went to school out there. My cousins went to Oak Creek, and I was gonna go there. But
are they good at basketball?
No, they was ass at basketball, but they was good at football though. Because I remember Oak Creek used to play Menominee Falls for like a non-conference.
Oh
game.
Yeah.
Used to be cracking.
Wasn't there a quarterback? Or was that Whitnell?
I know
Franklin.
Stabby
went to go play for the Badgers. Then Franklin, my age, Sean McGuire, he went and played at Western Illinois, then went and played in the Canadian Football League.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know,
we had a few guys go D1.
Who's the most famous person you've met or even know?
Sport-wise?
Either
played against?
Sport-wise or any, like, well, yeah, we'll go sport-wise first. Who you've played against?
That I played against.
High school played against Melvin Gordon.
Oh, that's sick.
What was he, Trimper?
Kenosha Bradford.
Bradford, okay.
Yeah.
One of them. No, we didn't. I didn't play against nobody.
Or Tyler Hero. Oh, I didn't play against him. I didn't play basketball, but yeah, Tyler Hero.
We had a dude. His name was Austin Lane. He played for Iowa Scandinavia, and he was the biggest. He looked like the Predator from Predator. He's massive. Look him up right now. Austin Lane. He's now an MMA fighter, but he got drafted out of Murray State to the Bears, to Jacksonville, and then went and played DN for the Bears and stuff. And he's just a massive dude. And now he's an MMA fighter and has a full back tattoo of just like rural Wisconsin. Wow. It's wild, and he looks like the most scariest person in the world.
That's the most badass.
You got West Dallas tattooed on your back. Yeah, you're pretty fucked up.
Well, I mean, if you see this guy, you're like, yeah, this dude looks scary. But imagine, like, I remember just.
But to get rural Wisconsin,
it's just like a crossroads, and then it says Iowa, and then it says like what highway runs through it and stuff.
You got cornstarch.
You got maybe a buck on it.
Yeah, it's trash.
Just a deer trying to cross the road.
No, we I know our basketball. We play our conference is Greater Metro, so we had like JP Tokodo.
Oh yeah, he went to.
He played Falls. He played at Falls.
Played for North Carolina.
Yeah, then he had like a.
Couldn't shoot, but the dude could dunk.
He could dunk. He brought like Roy Williams to the games and shit. Roy Williams used to be at our basketball games and like all those type of coaches. So
it's wild. It's wild seeing like coaches come out to Milwaukee to recruit kids.
Coach K came to Washington, but it's like at first because I saw like. Kevon Looney, he was at Milwaukee Hamilton.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like when he was in high school, he was a phenom, and so like one of his videos, Coach K was at like Washington, I believe, to watch him in Washington, like a ghetto ass school. I'm like, what the fuck, Coach K doing there? But then like you got to think of it, like Coach K, he getting like Duke, like he probably going to the hood all the time. That's like do you think he's like more comfortable at Washington than I was?
Do you ever think he gets like robbed or like? Like his car gets broken into in the parking lot?
I would hope not.
You see like a big old Benz rolling up, and you know it's Coach K. You're like, oh, fuck.
That would be a.
Imagine being the other team and then Coach K's there, and you're like, God damn it, they must have a good fucking player.
We're about to lose hard.
There's no way we're winning this game. But yeah, all right. So who's the most famous person you've met or seen in real life, like not sports wise?
I've met. I don't know. Damn. Do I do like do I roll down my credits?
You can go. You can go.
I don't know who's like more famous though. Like before, like I've met Chance the Rapper before.
Oh, that's cool.
outside of the rave. Outside of the rave, I met him. He was on tour with Mac Miller at the time.
Oh shit.
That would have been sweet.
I've met Roy Wood Jr. Like this was before I was doing stand-up. But I was it was at one of his shows. But I guess, I don't know. I guess Chance would be like more
Chance is
Chance
a huge
good
one.
answer.
Yeah.
It's
hard to beat that one.
I guess that's most famous. But I mean,
how was Mac Miller?
I didn't care for Mac Miller. I didn't care for that album. I mean, it was
which one is it?
It was like it was, I don't know.
Swimming pools?
I don't know. It was one of maybe his second or third project. I like Mac Miller, like some of his shit, but not like this was like acid rap Chance. So I was like way into Chance more than I was.
I think was Ariana Grande was with Miller at the time.
I don't know. This was like 2013, 2014.
Because I remember there's a picture of them two at the swimming pool at the rave.
Oh, well then possibly then, yeah.
That might have been the show.
Dude, I don't think I've met anyone really famous. Like,
really?
Ever, yeah. I'm not the kind of guy that likes to go up to famous people if I see them. Like, I remember there was a rumor, I mean, it was true. I saw him from a distance. Steve Carell came to UW-Madison because his son or daughter was touring it.
Oh.
And everyone's like, we're going to go up and say hi. It's like, if I was him, I would hate all of you. And so I just kind of like, oh, it's cool. Like, me going there and saying hi, like, autographs don't do much for me. It's like, it's just someone's name on a piece of paper. I mean, Najee Davenport came to my house because he was friends with my cousin. Michael Bennett of the Vikings, the old running back. My cousin knew him. I got to call him on Christmas Day. Didn't answer.
Why did your cousin know all these people?
He played football too.
He went to Tech, I think.
I don't know.
I think he went to Milwaukee Tech.
But it was like Michael Bennett back when Randy Moss was on the team too.
Yeah.
Randy Moss is my
Dante Culpepper.
Culpepper.
That's a good team.
Oh no, McNabb was this.
Yeah.
McNabb was this.
No,
just Culpepper. Get your roll on.
Yeah. And then that's about it. But yeah, I was like a big Vikings fan for a while because Randy Moss is a favorite player of all time.
Sure.
When I was in college, my athletic director was Kellen Winslow Sr.
Oh,
from the Hall of Famer. He was my athletic director in college, Lakewood University, and he had to stop being it because his son had all that stuff.
That's the one that was Kellen Winslow played with the Colts, or he was married to the Playboy.
Yeah, so his senior was he played for like the Chargers, was a Hall of Famer.
Okay,
and then his son Junior played for the Jets and was like shaved his head and went crazy from CTE. And I was in jail for like robbing old women. He would go to like old women house and hold them at gunpoint.
Yeah, them drugs.
Steal the money. Like it was like
it's got to be drugs.
What's the point to like
drugs? When you get to robbing old women, you on drugs, bad, bro. For real.
I mean, that's playing life on easy mode. If you're gonna rob anyone, you're doing old women. You're like, I want this to be as easy as fucking possible.
There was a nurse that I just read that was stealing fentanyl from like hospitals. She was the nurse, and she would just switch the bottles and give the people what they thought was fentanyl to like they're about to go into surgery, and then they were wide awake during their surgery. What the?
That. My dad was awake during his nose surgery. Like he got punched in the face at the bar. Yeah, wide awake. I mean, they numb him up enough, but he's like, it's still wild when because you still feel pressure and all that. I got my tooth taken out. I had a shark tooth basically when I was younger, and they didn't numb me enough, and they were just yanking on. They got a drill in there. I split my head open. They didn't numb my head enough there. Feeling like a needle and thread go through your head.
When I got 10 stitches, I think I had 10 stitches in my nose because baseball, my face and stuff. So they had to I think I got 6 shots here, 6 shots here on both sides of my face, and they numbed it all. And then you have to wait a week before.
Does he know you can't If you get hit in the face at all, he dies. You know that?
Yeah, there's a 20% chance that if I get hit in the face again, I will die.
That's why you so nice. You can't do shit.
I gotta stay away from the bar fights.
Yeah,
I can't hang out with.
That's why you don't hang out. It makes. I'm like, damn, Judd don't fuck with us, bro.
I can't hang out at High Note
no,
late at
Judd
night.
be drinking water and out of there at 9.
Those Marquette kids throwing bows at me. I can't do that.
So how did that baseball shit?
Baseball to the face. So the first time it happened when I was 21, I was on my 21st birthday.
Damn.
And I'll give you a brief story. Basically, we're in the cage. I'm pitching on like artificial turf, and there's a batter and a catcher, and I throw it, and the batter swings and misses. But on my follow through, I kind of kicked up the turf a little bit, so I just tamped it down. And there was a freshman catcher who picked up the ball and didn't see if I was looking, and tossed it back, like just chucked it back. And I'm tamping it down. I look up, and the ball's right here.
Ooh.
It literally, my brim like went up at the perfect time, hit me right here. And usually when you break your nose, you break it left or right. It just sunk inward. So it looked like Voldemort from Harry Potter.
How hard did he throw it?
It was pretty good. Like, I mean, you just chuck it back, because you just want to keep the rhythm going.
Yeah.
So like, as in college, they tell you you basically throw, catch. Throw, catch. You want the rhythm. You don't want your guy to wait, especially if it was a swing and miss. You just want to get it back to him right away. Right. So yeah, that's what he was doing, and yeah. Then I basically had to get surgery for that first time. Then I'm on a semi-pro team here in Milwaukee, and right before our first playoff series, in batting practice, there's a ball on the warning track. We're just hanging out, just talking. Balls are flying. We're throwing them in and stuff. There's a ball on the warning track. I was like, I'm gonna go grab that ball. I run. I reach down, and someone goes, heads up, and I turn, and it hits me perfectly 400 feet away.
God damn.
And just shatters my face. And that time, I was gushing blood, and everyone on the field had to go to, like, the game. Right. So, like, someone's girlfriend had to come and, like, bring me in her car, and I bled so much in that car. Like, all over that car.
You got magnets in your face? Like, that's...
Also, she can't go missing because I'm the prime suspect. How'd your blood get in this car? I was like, ma'am. But, yeah, so I did that, and, yeah.
Damn.
Shattered it all. But, yeah, it's all... I did suck, like, food through straws for, like, 6 weeks. Word. Yeah. Rough.
Did they wire you shut?
No, so I broke this into 5 pieces. This was basically into a scene of 2 fractures right here. So basically your upper jaw couldn't move. I couldn't move my upper jaw. And you can't like chew anything because it's just your bottom jaw is going up against the heart. Yeah. So.
I just tried moving only my lower jaw.
Yeah, try doing that.
My face hurt from hearing that shit.
It was just a lot like this, and I talk. Yeah. So. Yeah. I used to tell it on stage, but it's not as funny. Because I used to come on. There was a comedian who used to be like, would ruin it. And then, like, he would bring me on stage. He would go, this guy's have 2 facial reconstruction surgeries, and it still looks like this.
I know who you're talking about.
And I was like, God.
You do look good for...
I was like, yeah, but...
your nose looks good.
Yeah, but then I tell the story, and they're like, oh, yeah, who gives a shit? You look like that. So it's like, it ruins
looks better than
joke.
mine. Right. Mine's crooked as shit.
You got that Michael Jackson.
Well, if you pick it, you look good,
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Do you guys want to play a game?
Yeah. Sure, yeah. And then I remembered actually one thing I want to talk about that I almost threw up this morning.
Ooh.
I got a little nurse story from my my lady that... So if you don't know this, Eric, we have a very weird... Now, I don't want to say weird. We like our audience. They're into our feet and fetishes, a lot of them.
Oh, word.
Yeah. That's why we don't have... Wow. Yeah. Don't have shoes on.
And also, we're sponsored by...
Yeah, we're sponsored by Choosy, if you're wondering what we're doing here.
So it's basically a koozie where you could put things in the bottom.
Okay.
Specifically your dip cans. What do you have that you can start?
So I had Tic Tacs in there last time, and today we got Starburst.
Okay, real quick, best Starburst flavors, or top 2.
Pink.
Want some?
Pink? No.
Pink and probably the red.
You want a pink one?
Pink and red. I like yellow. Is that bad to say?
I like yellow. That's the best.
I haven't had Starburst in a while.
Can you do this?
Here's the thing. I don't not like any of them. I think people are like, "Oh, orange is the worst." It's like it's still fucking Starburst. Good. Yeah, it's a Starburst. It's sugar,
Starburst,
man.
Yeah,
that's true.
Best Gatorade. Best Gatorade.
I don't know.
I tell you the worst one. Red.
You think so?
Red is the worst. Oh, it's so syrupy. So syrupy. I won't do regular Gatorade either. I have to do like the 0 sugar one because it feels like I'm drinking syrup. You are struggling with that. Is your face gonna break?
I don't know. I fuck with the orange or the yellow. I fuck with the yellow Gatorade.
I like orange.
But
Gatorade.
I'm only drinking them after like a hangover.
Yeah.
They should make Gatorade strictly for hangovers.
No, I live by it, like, bro.
Like on the bottle should be some dude.
The next day, bro, I'm grabbing 2 Gatorades.
I like that they make electrolyte Gatorades. Like that's the whole purpose of them, is to get your electrolytes in. But like, let's make an electrolyte version of this drink now. It's like, it's water, but it actually hydrates you.
Yeah. Well, the game we got playing here, we're since Eric Smith is our guest, it's going to be called Famous Smiths.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you.
This is gonna go not where you think it's gonna go.
I listen to the AJ episode. I'm not about to get none of these right.
No, you're gonna get some of these. So I'm gonna say a quote, and it's from a famous Smith, and you guys are gonna have to tell me what Smith said this quote. Okay?
I got the Will one.
It's keep my wife's name out of your mouth.
Okay. That's Will. We got that.
Will Smith. All right. Well, I think you might get this one. I like to have some beers with the boys, but only the weekends I don't make the cut. And if I said that in an Australian accent, probably better.
I don't know. It's a lot of Smiths out here. I'll say that.
I don't make the cut. Is a golfer? Why am I blanking on this? I should know this.
Tim Smith.
Ooh, that's close.
That's
a comedian from Chicago.
Okay.
Ted Smith?
Nope. It is Cam Smith.
Cam Smith. All right.
All
right. Yeah, you guys will be better at this one. Mommy don't know that daddy's getting hot at the body shop doing something unholy.
I don't.
That is literally. What you got to guess?
Eric Smith?
What it would help if I sing it.
Yes.
Mommy don't know that daddy's getting hot at the body shop doing something unholy. It is Sam Smith.
Oh, now I know the song. That was your fault. That was your fault. I know Sam Smith.
All right.
That's one of the Smiths I should know. I know that. You got to pick a different song.
That was his #1 song. I know. All right, here we go. I just want to have sex with my son's friends.
Jada Smith.
Yeah, Jada Pinkett Smith.
Oh, okay. That was good.
Is that a real quote?
No, I made that one up, but I thought it was good. Funny.
That was good. All right, that's good.
Neither of you guys are gonna get this one. There is a light and it never goes out. That is from the punk band The Smiths.
He didn't even give us a chance to answer.
Yeah, you guys were not gonna get that one. I knew you guys struggled with the Sam Smith one. I wasn't gonna sing this one. I ain't got no punk bands. All right, here we go. Lay off the weed.
Stephen A. I've been waiting on this one. I've been waiting on Stephen A. Bro, I was listening to his podcast today. I'm sorry to take over.
No,
Did y'all hear? Did y'all hear? Well, like he had this feud going on with like Paul George in his podcast. And Stephen A. is so funny. He was like going through Paul George's contract and his injuries. Like Stephen A. like the thing was Paul George was mad because Stephen A. was like these guys need to be playing. And Paul George like he don't know what the fuck he talking about. He's never played. Like we really be hurt. So Stephen A. went through like he was like Paul George, between you and Kawhi Leonard, y'all make $102 million for an organization that went the fuck home the first round. Dog, that shit was so funny, man. Stephen A. is great.
I like how he just makes up. He
that was a good Stephen A. by the way. I like that. Yeah.
You had to throw.
I really got to work on.
You got to throw like a big word in there, like egregious or something like that.
You got the cadence. For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the brother is box office. He's great. He's a 3-time All-Star, two All-NBA. But you gotta play. You gotta play. Like, I gotta work on it.
All right, here we go. We'll get you another one. I'd rather die tomorrow than live 100 years without knowing you.
There's gotta be another Sam Smith song.
I don't know, because that was some game.
Yeah.
Say it again.
I'm gonna use it. This was said in a movie you guys seen. I'd rather die tomorrow than live 100 years without knowing you.
I don't know, but I might watch it, bro.
The movie. This will give it away. It's Pocahontas.
Really?
So that would be John Smith.
John Smith.
John Smith.
Damn. That was a fire little line, bro.
All right, here we go. I have 3 left. This one you guys you'll get. I whip my hair back and forth.
Willow.
Got all the Smiths.
Yeah,
so
okay.
No, we still got Jaden, don't we?
Jaden.
Chop
his dick off.
What?
He said that.
What?
He said that a while ago. I'm sorry. I don't
No,
want to get this canceled.
You interrupt whatever.
He said he kind of want to. This was like a while ago, maybe like when he was like 18. But he said he like wanted to get it like removed or some shit.
Like
something along those lines. He definitely said.
Is that a eunuch like when you don't have like Ken doll syndrome down there? He just wants it off.
This was like some years ago, but he said something about like removing his like.
I bet he regrets it now.
I don't think he did it. But
Okay.
it was just some shit. He said something along those lines. But yeah,
I would.
I shouldn't.
Like if you chop it off,
that.
that's his game over,
I feel
right?
like that's woke fishing right there. Just like,
Bro.
I don't need this.
Yeah. He,
like, how many supporters can I get? Because I don't need my penis.
He's out there,
I need my penis.
brother.
All right, here we go. We're down to the last 2. My motto is, when in doubt, shoot the ball.
JR.
Yeah, that's J.R. Smith.
Let's go.
One of the most electric shooters of our time.
JR is great, bro.
Yeah.
Now playing college golf.
Yeah.
You know that?
Great rebrand. Yeah.
That's wild.
They say he's really good.
Yeah,
really.
I mean, you have to be good because, like, you can't just go
Make
into
the
any
team,
college
yeah.
and play golf.
And that was cool because he got drafted out of high school. So he didn't have he didn't use no eligibility.
I know. Isn't that wild?
Yeah, that's cool.
That's pretty crazy.
What school is he at again?
It's like
North Carolina A&T, HBCU, I believe.
Yeah.
How cool would that be? You finish your professional NBA career and like, I'm going to go back to college, just play golf and fuck around.
I wonder how big is that jump? I wonder could he go pro though?
No.
You don't think
There's
so?
no way. The amount of college golfers, like the jump to be professional. I was talking with some guy at work the other day, and he's like, what you have to do to just get your pro card is insane.
Really?
Yeah.
Like shooting certain amount of scores. I think he was saying like X amount of time. I could be talking out of my ass. That's what he was telling me. He's like X amount of times in a row. Certain qualifying events. I mean, there's multiple different ways to get it. Go Corn Ferry, go whatever. To just go pro is insane. I heard he's good enough to make a college team, but I don't think he's winning anything. Yeah. Okay. And if you're not winning anything, you're definitely not going to go pro.
There's plenty of golfers out there.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like a lot of those college athletes do not go pro in any of the sports.
Majority of them, I would say, 95% of college athletes do not go pro.
I wonder what the number one sport is, because basketball, not a lot of those people go.
Nah.
I mean, there's probably like 20 on a team.
I would say baseball has to be the biggest one.
Yeah, baseball. A lot of those college athletes
would you consider yourself pro if you're playing AAA?
Yeah, because it's minor ball.
Yeah,
but how much do they make?
Not that much. A lot of like the single A people, they like live in houses that like as like foreign exchange students. Pretty much, they're living in like somebody else's house and they're feeding them and stuff. Wow. Yeah, and all they do is play ball.
I would say baseball's got to have the most people go pro, but also percentage-wise, because there are just as many people on those teams. But yeah, baseball, then maybe football. Baseball's
a filler sport. Like all those people in single A, like a lot of those won't even make it ever to the majors or even the AA. Mm-hmm. They're just trying to fill. But like basketball, like very few people make it.
It's only like 15 spots.
Yeah, I know. That's wild. And it's funny because that's just like a job interview. We always see their job interviews.
Yeah. They have a lot of job interviews. Yeah.
It's so weird.
How many NBA teams are there? I feel dumb asking that. 30?
30.
And then 32
NFL teams.
32. Yeah, it's 30 NBA.
Yeah.
Because they're going to get 2 for expansion.
Sonics.
Vegas?
Sonics in Vegas.
Yeah.
I
don't know. Vegas would be fun.
Vegas,
I don't know about having athletes live in there, though. Well, I guess they got...
You got to have the right athletes living there.
But basketball players...
Imagine Rodman on the Vegas team.
Yeah. Basketball players making like 70 to contracts. It's crazy now. So...
Dude, it's unreal that they get to do that. But then, like, the G League players, and they struggle. And those dudes are, like, the people who are really working hard and trying to, like... Yeah. But, all right, the last one is just Pars are possible.
Josh Smith.
This is my buddy Josh Smith.
Oh, really? Oh, Josh. Shout out to Josh.
We're on the golf course.
Shout out to Josh.
We're on the golf course, and we're just like goofing around, and all of a sudden one of us makes a par, and we're like, my buddy Josh looks at both me and Cuske. He goes, guys, pars are possible. Like it was like the most inspirational quote I've ever heard in my entire life. So this is
excitement.
Yeah, and Cuske goes, we need to get that on a T-shirt.
I have it written down still for the event. Which, by the way, you're doing the event, so thank you for doing that.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, I can give you your T-shirt right now if you want.
We can do that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun event. Do you know anything about it?
I heard of a little bit, but let's just talk about it.
He knows he's just gonna make fun of a bunch of white guys, and he's gonna get all the food and booze he wants.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a blast. What's the one thing you want to talk about? Your puking story.
Oh yeah, so my girlfriend likes to share.
Because she's a nurse.
She's a nurse, and she works for cardiac ICU, so she's a lot of like shit. And she was talking with one of her buddy nurses, she calls them, and they were talking about fetishes and whatnot. And I was like, oh, this is like I'll bring this up in the podcast. And then she shared it. I was like, I want you to shut up right now. Apparently, there are real people out there. You guys know what a colostomy bag is?
Shit bag?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Who will pay people who have colostomy bags, it's like an ostomy fetish, to remove it and fuck it.
Oh, no.
Like, dick to colon, like, direct.
Wait, is that his fetish?
Whose fetish?
The dude.
Coworker.
The coworker.
No, it was like her like buddy nurse was talking to another patient who I think had it, and he was bringing it up like, yeah, people have this fetish, and they'll message you like, hey, can you remove it so I can stick my dick in your stomach?
Damn.
So because fetishes, we got yelled at by one of our fans like, hey, fetishes happen when you're young.
Oh, yeah.
It's usually from stuff. I'm like,
okay.
Yeah. What happened to you when you were young that you're like, I want to fuck someone's like dick to colon direct? Like Amazon Prime, my dick in your guts.
Yeah.
It's wild. Did I tell my teacher story on here?
Dick and wait. They fucking the shit bag.
No, they removed the bag.
Oh, and fucked the stomach.
And fucked the stomach, the hole. And I was like, how big's the hole? And they're like, she's like, it's not that big. I'm like,
did I say my teacher story on here?
Maybe, I don't know. You told me a teacher story, and you're like, I don't know if I can tell this on here.
Oh yeah, we already talked about it. Like he's been sex. He had sex with goats. My teacher for like 40 years.
Oh, I got flagged big time for that story.
Yeah, I bet. And like it was in like a news article, and it was like, this is the reason his wife left him. I'm like, you're kicking the guy while he's down.
Yeah, I posted a video of that one because in the background you hear me. I don't know how you said it, but you're like, yeah, the cop showed up and like, do you know why we're here or something like that, or what did he say? And I went king to child 4 because he's a chess teacher, and I put it on TikTok, and a guy's like, you are the worst human being I've ever seen in my entire life that you're making a joke about this guy like touching kids. I was like, he was fucking goats, and he was a chess teacher. Like I think
it was wild.
It's fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you think is like the childhood trauma, I'm gonna call it, if you want to fuck the colostomy hole?
I mean,
oh no, but hearing it don't sound as bad. It don't sound that. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, it's like fucking a fat girl and not getting to the right hole. You fucking her stomach, you know.
Do you think that happens more than often than not?
Yes. You don't hit like a big girl. You done fucked her thigh before. You done fucked a fupa. You got right up under there. You probably nutted too. You probably.
That's funny.
That is very funny. Speaking from experience?
No, I ain't fuck. I might have fucked a thigh. No, I didn't. I hit a big girl before though.
Man, I think that's a all welcomer. You know,
what?
Everyone's welcome then, sort of thing. Like, but also like, would you think that if someone came in your thigh, would you be like, oh, well, I must have a really good thigh?
Oh,
feel like a badass, you know?
No, I guess.
Would you?
Yeah, I guess for women they can talk. If a big girl, like if somebody did hit a big girl and like fuck a roll or some shit. The wrong, you know what I'm saying? They're like, they can talk shit. Like
even my rolls are.
You
good.
ain't even like they can talk shit, but it's like I guess.
Do you think they tell them like you weren't even fucking close?
It depends on how big they are. They probably just like you gotta think like. I ain't gonna say that.
I'm going Lizzo big.
Yeah.
I don't know.
First of all, she is wild.
She did that shit.
Yeah, of course she did.
She did that.
Right?
Yeah. She plays the flute. Everybody in band is some freaks.
But also like that she was cussing those people out.
Yeah,
Doing some petty stuff.
Yeah, she a black woman. She was cussing them out, bro. But I feel like if anybody could call somebody fat, it should be fat people. You know. It's like our N-word. Like, it's like they N-word. Like, you know. Like, I can call black people, like, you know what I'm saying? It's wrong to say, but I could call you. I don't know. Liz, I don't know.
We brought that up when we were talking with the Choosy guy, and he's like, he's like, where do I sign up for that job? The whole banana eating it out. I'm like,
you got to be a backup
I didn't
dancer.
read it. What was the banana thing?
You didn't hear this?
No, I know she was like being mean to her dancers and stuff.
Oh, yeah. The big one was she was making her dancers eat bananas out of strippers' coochies.
In Amsterdam, red light district.
What?
So it's kind of like, man, like, y'all knew y'all was about to go do some freak
weird
like,
shit.
It's red light. And I don't know if she made them do it, but like kind of was just like, who knows? Like in the spirit, like in the environment, bro. It could easily for Lizzo, like eat the banana.
Yeah, who's bringing the bananas?
I'm just surprised she's got
it's
fruit
a part
on
of like
her.
the show.
It's a part of the show.
It's a part of the show.
I was like, if Lizzo's bringing bananas,
I was gonna say if she's got fruit on her, she's taking the right steps.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
we knew what was gonna happen if we're
Lizzo.
bringing bananas to this show.
She ain't eating them.
Yeah. So I think it was just maybe like, I think what the thing was is like maybe as they was at the show, probably encouraged like some people to do it, and they was like, no. And so like some partook in it and some didn't. And then like I guess when they left there and like other gigs and like other tour dates, Lizzo would kind of show favoritism to like the ones that like partook into it, and then the ones that didn't.
Fuck,
so
I would
that's why like
That's
why it's like they saying like she mean, but like
it's like, to be honest, it
not a
sounds
good
a
time
lot
to hang
like
out.
fraternity hazing is what it is. Like if it's shared trauma, not giving anyone like their flowers or like you should be doing this shit, but you do bond over shared trauma, and like I did this shit too. Like it's the best time you never want to have again. Is what we call hazing. Did I get hazed? Yeah,
did you get hazed?
Yeah.
How do you get hazed?
I don't think they can talk about.
We can't say about that.
I can't technically talk about it. I mean, I can. I'll tell you a story, but I won't tell the internet. Yeah, it's also not bad. Like hazing's different everywhere. So like down south is a lot worse. Like I've heard stories of Arizona fraternities. There was a house called Fiji, a fraternity called Fiji. They would take their pledges and they'd put them between two mattresses. They tie the mattress up and they throw them off the roof. Yeah, and I was like, if they land on their side and just go right through the two mattresses, you're fucking killing people. Like my buddy, I won't name names or the fraternity. Some of it's fun and just like petty, like tedious work. Yeah. They all went out, willingly got drunk, and they're like, all right, we're going back. You guys, you have an activity you got to do. So they turned the lights off. They put on like 10 hours of Nicolas Cage movies. They dumped a box of Fruity Pebbles in front of them and then covered their hands in syrup, and they said sorted by color. And like, once you sort it by color, you guys can come out.
That's like a weird Saw game.
It is, yeah. And so like it's stuff like that. I mean, there are worse things you can do, but it's really not that bad. The worst part is like you don't know when it's coming. So like we used to get texts at 11 o'clock at night and say, hey, you got to be across campus in 15 minutes in a white T-shirt, jeans, and Timbs. And we're like, I don't even have fucking boots. Right. And so you're like knocking on people's doors like, dude, you got boots, and people are running down with shoe sizes that are 4 sizes too big or too small, and you just sit in some guy's backyard for 30 minutes till they decide, all right, yeah, come on in, we're gonna fuck with you now. It's literally just
It's weird.
Yeah, it's a mental game.
Mental
game.
I just remember
if you can get through a semester, those like 30 guys, you actually are pretty close with. I understand why people think it's douchey because a lot of these guys are. But if you find the right group, like the rush process is kind of good in a lot of senses where the guys that pick who they want to be a part of the next group, you usually want to be a part of that one too because you got along with them. Because the first 3 weeks of it is just they're trying to show you that they're a good time. And so you're like, I want to be a part of this. So they throw like house parties, tailgates, all the free booze, sororities everywhere. Like, this is fucking awesome. And they're like, yeah, we'd like to have you here, but we're going to fuck with you for 4 months.
Where'd you go?
Madison.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I remember the fraternities at our college. I don't really know, but I just remember that they were locked into the laundry room and had to do all the laundry within a certain time and drink a case of beer or something like that.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I was like, that doesn't seem that bad. It seems like
cool.
What normally college kids do.
Yeah, that's just like Sunday with a time limit. Yeah.
I don't know if I would have made it.
Would you have been in a fraternity guy?
No,
Frat,
probably not.
It also depends on the college. So, like, there are fraternities at every college.
Yeah.
And there are fraternities where, like, down south, if you're not in one, a lot of times they say you don't have a social life.
Yeah.
Now, more up north, like UW-Madison, is a good 50-50 split.
Right.
You can have a social life with or without it.
Right.
Easily.
Right.
Now, you go to a school more like Whitewater, Concordia, stuff like that. The fraternities, usually, those are the guys you're like, you guys are fucking weird. And the rest of them are like, yeah, we don't do that shit here. Because there is no big scene of...
Did you guys not make the music videos like those Alabama white girls do?
Oh, that dancing shit is new. It's so stupid, though.
Dude, it looks like a cult. Like, it's just everyone, like, just a million blonde girls just dancing to, like, some, like, Ariana Grande song. And it's like, come to our fraternity. And it's just like, and they're like a million of them. It looks like a bunch of like fembots, you know. It just looks like Austin Powers.
I don't know shit about white frats, white sororities.
Rush Week's fun to watch when you're in a fraternity. Like if you're on Greek Row, at least in Madison, and because the girls go through fucking hell.
Really?
They got a different outfit for every goddamn day, and they're like they got their fucking manila folders. They're going to each house and shit like that, and they got to do like girl flirting, they call it, which is just the most condescending bullshit you've ever seen. They're like, oh my gosh, you're so pretty, and then they turn around and be like, fuck this cunt, and they hate it. And then there are so many girls that do it, and they're like, we all want to be in top house because that means you have the biggest social life, and 9/10 of them are like, we're at the bottom because we're one of the
Did you ever go to college?
fat girls you were fucking
I went to
with.
No, I went to like a junior college, but no.
What JUCO did you go to?
It was Masabi Range in Virginia, Minnesota.
Oh, how'd you like that?
It was cool, but it was small, and I got the
Minnesota.
It was way up north. It's
Virginia, Minnesota.
hour north of Duluth.
That's like, my name's Michael Steven.
Yeah.
No, like people people from like the cities, like Minneapolis and St. Paul. They didn't even know where that shit was. Like, yeah, we
how did you get?
Because my cousin played basketball up there. He played JUCO basketball up there, so then I went there the next year. He got me on with the coach, and then I played JUCO up there.
Oh, heck yeah.
I think that's the biggest trap for kids, is college sports. Where you're like, you think you really like it, and she's like, oh, I'm going to go play D3 baseball at Virginia, West Dallas, Minneapolis.
Wesleyan.
And you get there, and you're like, I don't fucking like this anymore, because in high school, you had the whole high school watching you, cheering you on. And then you go to this school that no one's ever heard of. The coach just got hired last week off the street, and no one's in the audience. And you're like, why the fuck am I playing? Yeah. I'm playing for no one. And then you stop, and you're like, I'm at a school with 6 people and 12 cows. And like, this sucks.
That shit was bad.
And you're at a place where you're like, why am I here? Yeah. A lot of people, like, I remember telling my boss's kid, or at least my boss, before he went, I was like, make sure he likes playing football that much that he like it, that ride or die, I'm gonna play football until I can't. Because you go to a D3 school and you don't like it, and then you don't know anyone. That sucks.
I guess it's cool for like. I mean, it's still cool, like, cause you still got like a social. You know what I'm saying? You got like a social, like, in college, but yeah, it is like bullshit, like doing early morning practices and shit, and like you don't have a shot.
You're not going pro. And you're like, I'm doing early morning practices, and then I still got to go to school because I need an actual job after this. Yeah.
Then study hall workouts. It's like, bro, coach.
Yeah, we had a bunch. I mean, like, so I played. So every school in Wisconsin, every baseball school in Wisconsin is D3. So it's like we're all basically in the same kind of realm.
Yeah.
So like we're playing the Whitewaters, we're playing the big schools that are like the Oshkosh, Stevens Point, the UW system, and it's like you're right. We have to really love it, but then also same point, everyone was the best on their team, and now you're with all the best players on their team. Mm-hmm. You find out really who was the best. Oh, really? Like we have kids that come in, they're like, yeah, I throw 90 miles an hour, and they get on the gun, and it's like 60s, and we're like, yeah, you were just told that you were
flipping
good.
that gun up.
You were
That
just
is,
told that you're the greatest pitcher. You're
that
like,
that is exactly.
It's so many people that are like
size.
Come to like college and think they're the top dog because they were at their small school or whatever high school, they were the top dog there, and they just get knocked.
That shit is crazy. Cause like football, that's how it was. Like cause it's like a couple weeks leading up to like pads. You know what I'm saying?
And
so it's
a
like
whole different ball game when you throw pads on.
It's huddle. Like we'll go around to like rooms and shit. It's this dude playing huddle. His huddle highlights over there. You got, I run this type of 40. I run a 4 this.
Yeah.
Man, I'm this, I'm that. And then pad day come around. And motherfuckers is not who they said they was. or we get to run it. The funniest shit was like when people run their 40s and they don't get the time.
Yeah.
So they be like, man, like I'm fast, but I need somebody like
really yelling at me.
Like chasing after me. Like I'm game speed fast. Like,
always
bro,
excuses.
Yeah, like bro, you ain't
the guys that look good before pads are like the smart ones. Like I know I need to be here, so like they're always in position when it's just helmet. Throw the pads on and they're getting smoked by the guy. I was like, timid. I think I know the play. Yeah,
don't break down. Timid, like you see on that open field tackle, them motherfuckers like get stiffed on. It's like,
dude, I was ankles. I was on ankles. I was
that
I
hate
guy.
You. I hate you.
Yeah, because that's the only way I could get those
right
big
at
guys
the
down.
Knees,
yeah.
And that's it. I mean, I'm a $150.
Yeah.
Well, when I was in high school.
What'd you play, corner?
Yeah, corner. I was 145. Corner and placeholder. Best damn placeholder you've ever
seen. Dude,
I
play placeholder too.
It is my favorite position I ever played in football is placeholder. Mainly because like we had a specialties practice right before like the actual practice every day. And so it was guys like catching punts, kicking balls, like the linemen are doing drills, hitting pads, and then it's just like my dad was one of our coaches and he'd just be like, and that's all I would do for like 20 minutes is just put it here. Yeah.
That was fun. Yeah, I do like placeholder. One of the greatest plays in sports history ever happened when I was on the field. We are in bumfuck nowhere, way up north Wisconsin. Took our bus, and I'm in bumfuck nowhere.
So your hometown?
Took our bus 5 hours to get there. It was it's like upper, like almost where you probably went to college. It's way over there on that side of the state.
By like Rice Lake, Superior.
Yeah, we were way up there. It was like Warenheims or Birchwood or some shit like that. Anyways, it's their homecoming. We're playing on a Saturday. We get there. We didn't know it was their homecoming. They had a big parade and all the whole town's there or whatever. And we get ready, and first drive we go down the field literally first down, like the entire way down the field. Score. Like, all right, well, that was pretty easy. Next thing you know, we're up 43-0 at their homecoming.
Damn.
And starters are out.
I loved that.
Starters not the team you bring to homecoming.
Yeah. Starters are
my
out.
School got invited to homecoming.
Yeah.
Some schools like
that's what
they have no choice. They're that fucking bad.
We didn't know it was their homecoming. We're like, oh, did they think we suck?
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's done. Like our starters are out, but we're a small school, so we don't have a backup field goal team.
Yeah.
So the starters have to go back out there for field goal.
Well, yeah.
So it's in the fourth quarter. We're up at that point. It was up like 60-something, nothing, and we're like, oh crap. We don't want to keep going for it, and it's probably like a 40-yard field goal.
Right.
And he's like, all right, first team field goal back in. We're like, all right. So we all go back in. I'm the placeholder. We all go back in. The line's back in. And I told my buddy Jeremy, I was like, "You got this?" And he's like, "I don't know. I had my pads off before this."
Right.
You know, I was like, "All right, you got this." And I said, "Hey, put it down." And my buddy kicks it. And the line, they didn't think that. They thought it would be like usually on like a PAT, you just kind of sit there.
Kick.
Yeah, you just kind of like
Yeah.
No. The other team came straight board. They're like gonna block this,
Right.
so they weren't ready for it, and they kind of blew the line back. And my buddy kicks it low because it's a 40-yarder.
Yeah.
Kicks it low, hits one of our linemen in the back of the head, pops it up in the air, and one of the guys that also got it blown back fell into his lap.
Really?
And everyone kind of stops, and that dude just takes off.
Takes off.
And literally,
So
everyone
y'all
is kind of
scored.
like, what the heck just happened?
It's one of them plays. Like, what the fuck
Is
did
that
we do?
1 point or 2?
It
It was a
is.
field goal.
It's
It was
a
touchdown.
full-on
touchdown.
Full-on
Yeah.
touchdown.
Yeah.
And nobody, like, saw it. And, like, we had 2 cameras for, like, tape. And one camera just goes up with the film. And the other one is, like, staring at it. And the dude catches it and looks around and just runs straight forward. So it looked like we were running the score up.
Whenever a lineman gets the ball in his hands, he's like, holy
Oh, yeah,
shit.
it's
This
the
is my
best.
moment.
It's the
Take
funniest
it in.
shit.
Yeah.
It's the funniest shit.
Ryan Seimer, if you're watching, that's your one touchdown. You're
You the
amazing.
goat.
at it.
How
You got
many
more
people?
touchdowns than Eric.
I'll bust your ass.
We
How many players was on your team?
So many. We had a
Y'all like
it
2,
was like
3 buses?
Y'all
Y'all got the whole town.
2, yeah.
Well,
That's the thing about
so
buses.
when
Yeah.
my high school
Jesus.
when I was a senior, we went to state. We lost. We got a police escort out of the town.
Oh, word?
Yeah, they gave us off school, the football team.
That's what's up.
So we walked in and we're all in like shirt and tie, all that, and like, yeah, you guys just gonna have meetings in the morning to film, whatever. Like, go say hi to your teachers. Like, we're fucking celebrities. And because Wisconsin State, you play at Camp Randall.
Yep.
So you got a bus up there, and we're walking around saying hi to my Spanish teacher, and they're not even teaching. Like, it's a big
It's an
fucking
event,
deal
yeah,
at
yeah.
Franklin if you go to state.
Yo,
They
Falcons?
ordered buses for the entire fucking school, and they bussed anyone that signed up for free to Madison for the
cracking.
game. We got up there. We were in like the conference hall. They're giving us all this food and shit like that. Yeah, it was we had a ton of people.
Yeah.
Because it's no cut. Our senior year, we were so
well, yeah,
good.
yeah.
We were very good.
So you just played one way too.
I just played corner. Yeah.
Imagine if you won. I'll bring my state championship
know.
ring if you guys want to see it.
what are you, D9?
Hey, it's the last one.
Yeah.
I wasn't supposed to tell my parents, hey, move me to a bigger school.
Damn, so you want to win?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
It was
The black person is the worst athlete.
That's not true. Also, I had like
It is
fullbacks were my favorite people.
That shit was done, bro.
I
My
love
shit was
fullbacks
dying
were
out.
dead,
So
dude.
like,
So, like,
fullback in the spread, like it
how-
was even worse when I went to
How
college.
did you get to plays in? Did you have to bring them in?
No.
Or was
Them was like receivers
Okay.
are probably receiver quarterback.
we had dual fullbacks and that's who brought the plays
Really?
in? Or I had to
running
run
like a wing T, bro.
Wait, hold
or
on. I got a
I
question.
or I had to run and get from the play from
Yeah,
the coach.
We had like wristbands and stuff like that.
See, we
looked
we
cool. I'll
so
say that.
No, we had wristband.
we
no.
had wristbands, but like I still need to know which play they want to run on the
Right.
wristband.
Right.
You know, so like the fullbacks, they switched in and out on like plays.
Right.
So I remember the guy came in. He had his mouth guard in, and he said, "Brr, brr, brr, brr," and he literally I couldn't.
Just took
So
off,
I'm just
yeah.
literally audibling,
Right.
and that was like one of my fewer moments. And then like it worked, like the play worked. And then my coach was like, "Oh, did you audible that play?" I was like, "Yeah, I audible play." He goes, "Audible whatever you want for the rest of the game." I was like, "Hell yeah!"
Yeah, I was
We're
out there
running
winging.
streaks, we're running everything.
Joe went out there playing nobody.
then our fullback runs in. He runs a 20. He comes in with a 21 dive. We need a short yardage play. It's just
Right.
a 2 back through the 1 hole. It's all it is.
Right.
And that means that the fullback who ran in knows that he's getting the ball because he heard it from the coach.
Oh.
He told it to me, and I was in the huddle. He hears it 2 times. So I said hike, and there is no run in the 1 hole.
Really?
The fullback is literally blocking on the left side. So he literally just forgot that he was getting the ball, and I literally have to run his play for him. And then coach was like, "Did you audible that one too?" And I was like, "Yeah," because I was like 4 yards, got a first down. Right. But he's like, I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "We're gonna put that in the playbook." So we had like a fake, like me faking hand up and just running up the alley.
Yeah. We had 21 was like.
There's like, so we did it by numbers. So like you have 2 back, 3 back, 4 back.
Oh, see, yeah, y'all.
And then then you get the 5 is a tight end, 6 and 7 are the receivers.
Oh, okay.
So basically, like whatever play we'd run like 670 streak or 600 slant streak. So that would tell the 6 to run a slant, the
outside
7 to run
outside in.
Yep. So then and then. If we go 34 veer or like counter block, it'd be like fake to the 3 back 4 or 3 backs getting it through the 4 hole.
So it was like you and then
this is
3 back.
Great. This is gonna be great content for the podcast.
I'm gonna ask Huddle to spot.
They don't got shit. They fucking got cover 2 nickel.
Well, yeah, you guys got assignments,
right?
As a corner.
Corners don't do shit.
I didn't listen to shit. They called the play in, and whenever we had a design like I could blitz like twice a year, I would like listen for that. Other than that, I was like, I'm gonna play cover 3 or man. That's it. And it was kind of up to me. What did your huddle look like? Were you guys were you guys around huddle, or were you one of those teams like ours? You're like, no, we're gonna do it's 2 by 2 by 2 by 2, and it's like linebacker. I'm like,
this is militant.
And like we're all gonna be like bent over each other's ass. Yeah, most people are like just getting a fucking.
It was like circle or maybe like quarterback at the beginning.
Yeah,
like the lineman right here, running backs right here, and then receivers out. Receivers leave on the first.
We were militant as fuck. We're like, why are you outside the huddle? It's like because no one fucking cares. Like I heard the play. Also, I'm doing the same thing every goddamn time.
Yeah, corners. Corners just gotta like do this and then.
Yeah, I mean like so. For defense, I played corner too. The corners stay, and the defense kind of huddles in like the secondary. We're getting calls from the sidelines. That's what we got. Right. So we had a special defensive coordinator. He would tell us like, this would be man or like this would be cover 2. You know, that's basically what it would be. I mean, not too much.
Fucking Brooks Central, they ran a no huddle offense.
Ooh, Joe Thomas. High school. Joe Thomas from Brooksville Central. Yeah.
Like of the Browns?
Yeah, Joe Thomas, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't he in the Hall
of Fame? Yeah.
They fucking ran a no huddle, and that shit would gas you the fuck out.
We did that a few times.
And then they had like a design play where like, so if you look at their sidelines, it's just like scorecards.
Brookfield Central High School.
Shit. And so like, bro, like once a team is like going, bro, you on defense, you gas, you looking. So like every time they like, you just like you get real mechanics get real sloppy. Yeah. So on defense, like they'll get down like this every play. They get down and they call their shit, and then they have one design play where like they'll get down, linemen like get down, and then they'll like look back to the because you can look at the sideline,
yeah,
bruh. Like four like positive plays, then they do that shit, then we fucking like jump off and then moving the ball. It was,
we were big like we were Aaron Rodgers before Aaron Rodgers was Aaron Rodgers. Like we were always on 2, on 3. We'll get them offside. I mean, our coach was like has been nominated for like coach of the year all the time.
My linemen were dumb.
Linemen, they get out of breath.
Watching them, sorry, but we were dumb. We literally had to go either first sound or on one.
Yeah.
My senior year. This is the most bro episode I think I've ever done. My senior, and I don't care. Senior year, I think our offensive line was either all D1 or D2 linemen.
Really?
Yeah.
And then our quarterback, because out there some big country boys, dog, and y'all all be locked.
You been to Franklin? It doesn't look that country.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, like I just associate.
I'll take you to Franklin.
Oak Creek
baseball there.
Yeah, it's built up now.
It is.
But also, when we saw those teams,
that shit not like I mean, it's a suburb, but it's like
it's still the burbs. I'd say, but also we used to watch like film on people, and when we saw
some
like
big ass white boys,
and we saw like teams, they're running a quick hot offense against this defense just because they were tired. our coach was like, all right, we're doing that, but didn't realize that none of us were that conditioned.
And you don't have the numbers for it. You don't have the numbers.
We have been playing defense.
We got
now we're in the shotgun running no huddle. What are we doing?
We got 6 sophomores.
I'm making up plays. I'm just like, yeah, just run. If you can run to a streak, go ahead. But
fuck it, he's down there somewhere.
Yeah. That was my buddy. My buddy Jeremy. He was one of the best athletes I've ever seen in my entire life. I should have went to college. Should have played a lot of, but he was a track star. He was like he was in the D4 relay team, all state and stuff. And then he was also a triple jumper. He holds the record for longest triple jump in
Is that where
state
you
record.
Hop on one leg 3 times and then go into the sandbox?
He was amazing. He was, but the dude could run. So it was like watching the Johnny Manziel doc where he just threw up to Mike Evans, and you're like, he doesn't even know where Mike Evans is, but he knew kind of where he was.
I forgot they played together.
Was he playing his freshman year?
Yeah. Mike Evans. So
no, I'm saying Manziel. Was he starting freshman year?
Yeah.
Started out of camp because Cliff Kingsbury was his quarterback's coach
in high school,
in college.
And I know that.
And was like this dude.
Dude, he got in trouble before the season started.
Yeah, and he was like, but once he showed up to camp, he was like, yeah, this guy throws way better than everyone.
Yeah. They said he locked in for a few weeks. Then he had one game. His first game wasn't good. Then the second game was kind of once Kingsbury let him do him, he took off, started doing his thing, fucking party. I think a big game came up, and he fucking Manziel went out the night before and came into warm ups hungover, and he was like, "You better play good today." And he played good. I'm like, damn,
dude. Johnny's
what was his who was the big team he beat?
Alabama.
Number
1 Alabama.
Yeah.
That was a big thing because he ran into the back of his own lineman.
Yeah.
The ball shoots up, and he just tries to find the ball and then throws it. And what they see in the documentary, he did that in his high school. He had times where the snap would be way off, and he hit it up in the air, grab it, and just chuck it down. It was
it's just one of those naturally.
Was you getting popped as a quarterback?
What's that?
Blindside hit?
Oh yeah, for
popped?
Sure. I've gotten hit so hard. The hardest I ever got hit was on my front side.
Really?
There was a tight end's running a little drag route, and I just need to hit him, and the D end is free, just running straight at me.
Yeah.
And the dude goes straight for my right hip, and my momentum is going this way, and I basically just rotate, and I just hear crunch, and my hips just got rotated
really?
To the point where I had to go to the chiropractor for it to get shot back in.
Damn.
Yeah, my mom hated it, but
did you have any bad injuries playing football? I had a few scary ones.
Nothing bad. I broke my thumb my senior year. But nothing bad, nothing crazy. I sent somebody to the hospital though.
What?
Hell yeah. It was a fucking. I was doing an out. I was doing an out, and we had a backup quarterback. It was one of them situations where we didn't have quarterback, so we got this one dude. He was a running back, but he played quarterback because of injuries and shit. So it's I'm doing an out. He's rolling out to his left. I run an out, and then it's a defender chasing him, and I'm looking at him. I'm open, but I'm I know he can't make this throw because he's rolling out to his left. So as he turns upfield, the dude turns up, and I just lower my shoulder and I just hit him. It probably illegal today, definitely illegal today.
Most of it's illegal today.
But yeah, I did.
You don't pick him up and gently put him down with a pillow, you're probably gonna get flagged.
Yeah, so I smacked him, and then I kind of knocked the wind out myself a little bit. But I knew it was a big hit because I heard him say, "Ooh!" So I had to get up and just kind of walk slow, and then
slowly catch your breath.
Yeah.
That's a
but I didn't
fucking feeling,
bro. I done fell on the ball so many times, bro. I got a gut, bro. Falling on the ball sucks, bro. But
I got blindsided and could not talk for 2 plays.
Damn.
So I was trying to signal that I can't talk, but my buddy had to call his own number. And
Really?
Hey, we're doing this play. All right.
What the fuck?
It was awful.
I landed on top of my head once. I got folded in half once where my forehead hit the ground between my knees, and I was like, I don't think I'm in one piece anymore. I honestly thought they folded me like perforated paper, just ripped me in half.
In a pile or something?
Yeah, no, I slipped and like tackled the guy at the same time. He just landed on top of my upper half. No, I tackled a guy and then on a pile, and then I got dragged down and I got slammed literally like dead center top of my head. And I felt a shot go down my entire spine. And I just laid on the ground. It was so scary.
Yeah.
And I laid on the ground and I didn't move. And everyone cleared away. And I remember the ref looked at me and goes, 16, you good? And all I was thinking in my head, I was like, all right, you're about to try and move. You better fucking move. I was literally telling myself, like, you better fucking move. You're not paralyzed right now. He goes, 16, are you good? He asked me 3 times. The third time, I moved my arms. I go, yeah, I'm good. And I went off the field. My dad is yelling at me. He's like, why the fuck are you off the field? I'm like, because I thought I was paralyzed, jackass.
Yeah. I remember I fumbled it. I was on a kick return, and I get the kick, and I was like, and I'm running, and I kind of fumble it. I don't know what happened. Someone like pulled it hard, and I fumble it. And I reached down, and some dude just hit me in the back of the head, and it just basically drove my head into the ground.
Yeah.
And the ball was under me, and I'm like, oh. I get up. I was like, fuck. And I kind of like walk to our sideline. And I look up, and it is not our sideline. I am not at
That's
the right
the worst.
sideline.
Oh, my God.
This was not
if you get hit on the other sideline, bro, no, that's the worst,
That's the
bro.
worst shit. Everyone's just fucking
shit.
yelling at you.
Yeah.
I had one concussion diagnosed, and I remember going to the training staff, and they're like, yeah, you need to have the concussion test again. Remember doing the baseline ones beginning of the year?
I think so.
So when I had to do
It's been a while.
yeah, it's been a while. I was thinking about it. I have a client who I trained. He's like, I'm going into senior year. I'm like, senior year for me was like 10 years ago. Like,
Dog,
it's
yeah,
crazy.
it's been 10 years.
But I remember doing the concussion baseline test 3 times because it was on a computer and it quit on me twice. Yeah, it was on a computer. Hold on. I did it 4 times total, but 3 times on the computer because it shut off on me twice. And I was like, this fucking sucks.
You're just typing in numbers on the computer?
Well, they have like squiggle drawings and shit and all that. And one of them, the in-person part, they have you balance on like a box jump and like 1 foot up, and they're asking you questions. And they're like, what year is it? And I go, 2003. And she goes, what? I go, can I take that back? It's 2013. She goes, I got to write it down. I'm like, fuck. But anyways, I get this concussion. And like, you need to do the baseline test. I'm like, I'm good. I said 2003. Like, if I'm stupid, they're going to think I'm fine. And I remember
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
You're supposed to do bad.
Yeah.
So then, like,
exactly.
yeah.
So I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. And I go and do this test. And I remember the portion of the test that was, it's a bunch of like if a toddler drew on a Post-it note, kind of like drawings, squiggles everywhere. And they're like, all right, we're going to show you 9 of them. And then we're going to show you 12. And you're going to tell us which ones were actually in that set kind of thing.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Bro, that should be so hard, bro.
It's so, well, I used to, in my head when I did it the first time, I'm like, oh, this one looks like a cowboy hat. This one looks like a guitar. This one, like, whatever. And I was like, I got this. I'll just do my, like, little picture association thing again. And I remember doing it, and I was like, all right, I got it. Like, cowboy hat, worm, truck. And it got to the test part, and I go, what the fuck is that? And they did the results in front of me, and it was, like, all green. I'm like, good. I'm like, I'm great. And then he went to page 2, all red. Page 3, all red. He goes, your memory dropped by 58%. And I go, am I concussed? He goes, yes. Go home.
I seen somebody get pulled off the field for like a concussion, my guy. And I was like, I was out that game because I was hurt or whatever. I was out that game, but I was like standing next to him and shit. And the trainer is going through like concussion protocol, and it was like, all right, so we're gonna need you to like count down from 100 by 7. I was like, I can't even do that shit
now. Yeah,
yeah.
Dude, that drunk test or like, can you say the alphabet backwards? No.
Yeah, bro.
Right
It's
now,
a setup.
no.
It's a setup, bro. Did you have like any dirty antics on the field? Like
no.
Punch people at the bottom of a pile.
Dude, I
or
was
anything?
like
the people at the bottom of the pile fucking suck.
I was never
You
at
got
the
to.
bottom of the pile, but like any sport I played, I never like if I was talking, like it was I fucking hated you.
Oh, really?
I was very much like I was much better at lacrosse than I was football.
Oh, okay.
And so the only time I was in my head allowed to talk shit was lacrosse, and I never would. I'd score, and I was the football player. It's like,
Right.
Here's the ball, ref. I'm gonna go
Right.
to the sideline. So I never talked. There were a few times that we called it ice picking, where like you got guys that are like on your ass with They're lacrosse. They're like beating the shit out of you, and I would just take mine and go boom, and you just drive it right into their gut. But other than that, no.
Yeah.
I was more dirty with the basketball.
You was dirty in basketball?
I was more dirty with basketball.
What would you do?
Because, like, the big guys would try to post me up. Like, we get a switch. They'd come and try to post me on the thing. They got something like that. And I would just take my, like, I'd pinch the back of the and they would give me a little bit, just to, like, get them up a little bit, and I can get underneath them and kind of push them then.
Right.
That's what I was like, more of stuff like that.
Right.
Football, I wasn't really that dirty because they were just dirty to me.
Yeah,
like,
I
would be the one on the battle on the pile. Like, we're doing a quarterback sneak. My eyes are getting gouged. I'm getting fucking pinched. Everything was like trying to hurt me. That was basically
what get up and you push them like by the neck and shit.
Yeah.
Like to get up if you make a tackle.
There was a guy who talked a lot. He was a receiver from one of the other teams, and he talked so much smack on like message boards before the game. Like the week up before,
How old are you?
Message boards was a big thing back in football. Like, it was weird. And they talk so much smack about like how they're gonna whoop us and like calling me out, like, oh, he's an all-conference quarterback, but I don't think he can throw. Like, they literally like were like baiting me into like chucking the ball up, and it was wild. And then he played receiver, and I played corner against him, and I threw a pick first half, something like that. I threw one pick, and he wouldn't let me. No, he wouldn't let me forget it. Would not let me forget. Even on a run play, he'd run past me just to tell me that, oh, yeah, good pick on the first. And I was like, all right, whatever. And
some people are good at just getting under people's skin.
We're up by 7, I think. We just need to ice it and just one more drive and we're good. And it's getting late in the game, and the quarterback throws it, and my buddy T. Shane picks it off, but I drilled the dude.
Oh.
I drilled this dude hard. A little bit before T. Shane got the ball. Right. So they throw the flag.
Oh.
And like it gets all called back. And
Damn.
Next play, the quarterback got hit, threw a pick to me. And we did back-to-back picks. And I remember catching it, and I kind of dove, and then so you're down.
Yeah.
And then T. Shane goes up to that dude. My buddy T. Shane goes up to that dude, and he goes, hey, write down your message boards and runs off the field. Yeah, I kept that ball, and I gave it to my mom. That was fun. Gave her my interception ball.
Like a DC or D7 championship game. All right, let's wrap this up. Let's do it again, though. I'm going to have to edit this for an hour and a half.
Yeah, none of that is on camera.
I think 45 minutes of it is like us reminiscing high school football.
That's cool.
I love it.
What do you got coming up?
Anything you got coming up?
August 19th, Brumner Mansion. I'll be headlining
next Saturday.
Yeah, next Saturday. Then the Saturday after that, Laughing Tap. August 25th, I'll be on that too. So
cool.
Check it out. Get tickets, I guess. Oh, and September 16th, we'll be at the golf course.
Yeah, we will.
Yes.
For sure.
That's going to be fun. I think we're going to hang out way too long at that hole, you and I. I bought a megaphone and everything. So
you don't need a megaphone. I'm giving them a speaker.
For us.
Yeah, for us.
We get one, yeah. Okay. So thank you again for doing that. I'll give you your T-shirt here, and let's do another one of these where we don't do football all the time.
Yeah.
Or dude, let's just start a fantasy football podcast. Because it
fantasy football?
I'm in a few leagues, like 2 leagues.
Should we do one?
Who's your sleeper this year?
Sleeper player?
Yeah.
I don't got no sleeper player, man.
He ain't giving that secret away.
I don't got no sleeper player. Who you got?
Tyler Algier. People, Bijan Robinson's number one, this and that. Dude's not even number one on the depth chart.
Okay. I was going to go with either one of them, though.
Yeah.
Well, not as my sleeper, but like somebody I want on my team. I don't got a sleeper player, bro. You got like... Damn, I had to keep going.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I'm gonna also.
I want to talk teams.
DJ Chark is gonna be.
I think Darren Waller is gonna have a year and a half.
I think he's gonna have a
year and a half.
Yeah, because Jones,
Danny Dimes, he can only throw 10 yards.
Yeah,
That's right where Waller's gonna be.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
We done.